got talking today, and something came up that I didn't really think about when my dad mentioned it to me. He's worked in the agriculture industry for over 40 years. This year, farmers are being offered 1.5 times the value of their crops to destroy them. They're also being told by the federal government they will not receive subsidies for farming if they refuse to destroy their crops. What does that mean? That means that the farmer cannot afford to provide you with food based upon the taxes the government is levying on him if the government doesn't in turn give him back his tax money to provide you with food. Kind of a fucked up system, but that's how it works. And, well, they're not going to subsidize them if they don't destroy the crops. They'll pay them more than what it's worth, and they want them to destroy it, and they'll still get their subsidies. They're trying to create a food shortage. We've got 8 months to get our own food supply, or we're probably going to be facing mass starvation.
Hey, Shalom, this is Brother Yuan with GMS, South Carolina. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity, all right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Got some clips I'm going to show you guys. I might put it before the intro. But the guy in the clip that I'm going to run, he's talking about how the government is paying farmers time and a half what they normally pay the farmers to destroy their crops. To destroy them. So you got to ask yourself, what motive, what agenda would the government have behind doing that? Think for yourself. What motive, what agenda would the government have behind telling the farmers to destroy the food supply? This man's moral compass points towards wickedness, not righteousness. His purpose being on the earth is to be the adversary, to be the devil, to be in opposition to the righteous. We know that the righteous, okay, as a nation, they're referred to as the Israelites. The righteous are the Israelites. They're the saints. Now, this man, he's doing everything he can so that in order to survive in his kingdom, you have to go through him in every way. That's what the mark of the beast is about. That's what the baby sword is about. Okay? And you have hundreds of doctors who come forth and spoke out, risk their reputation, put their livelihood on the line to speak out against something that they know is wicked. Are they doing that for no reason? Ask yourself. So, you know, he's trying to sit in the seat of the Most High. He's going to fail, of course, but that's his agenda. And information comes out every day alluding to this fact. But those who aren't meant to comprehend it, they're gonna continue to hold fast to the lies that they've been told their whole lives. Okay, and they're not gonna get it. But let's get some precepts, okay? All right, Isaiah 14:12. It reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" This is talking about Edom. "How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations," which they've done. Verse 13, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God." And the God complex, they want to supersede the Most High. And they're trying to do it in so many different ways. Even the experiences, things they try to achieve, it all alludes to that fact. All right. "I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." Okay, so this is what this devil's trying to achieve. Why do you think he wants to pigeonhole everybody into going through him for survival? The only people that are going to get through it are those that have built up their spirit to endure these tests, to endure these afflictions that this devil is going to bring upon the earth. You understand? Verse 15, "But this is what's going to happen." That's what they want to happen, verse 14. But this is what's actually going to happen. Let's continue on in 15 here. "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell." The hell and heaven are living conditions. All right? So instead of them living in their heaven, living in their kingdom, right? They're going to be brought down to a gruesome condition, man. "The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. To the sides of the pit, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?" So people are going to be like, this can't be the man that once ruled the world. He's going to be brought back down to his natural state, which is the base man of the earth. Okay? All right, now we're in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and we'll start here at the top. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." And that's what the men of the Lord are supposed to be occupied in. They're supposed to be occupied in the words of prophecy. Let me actually go get it really quick. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. Okay, now let's go back to where we were, 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. The Lord has to put this understanding and the truth in your mind, so that they may come out of your mouth. All right, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. So we seek to be faithful. We're trying to make our call and election sure by having our faith and our works go hand in hand. We believe and we act it out in our doings to the best of our ability. Do we do everything perfect? Of course not. It's a rehearsal. Judges 5:11 said we will be rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of our captivities. But we strive to please the Lord in the best way we can, man, by doing as he instructed us to do. All right, that's his love language. He said, like to use that in the world. The Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So he's told you how to show that you love him. But people think they can love the Most High in their own way. Well, that ain't what he asked for. Okay, verse 6. For their wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue. Oh, Salakia, I skipped. This is the point I wanted, verse 5. Salakia. 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, which is coming, famine, which, we're alluding to that fact. We ran the clip with the guy in the beginning of the video. Famine is going to come to this place as well. Famine, death, and destruction. Okay? So all these things are going to take place, are going to trouble the inhabitants of the earth, man. How do you prepare for these things? Well, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy times. Those that were diligently seeking the Lord, they're going to be fine. His servants shall eat, like the scripture say. Okay? But again, let's read it again. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And these famines and things that the Lord is bringing is going to far exceed the first Exodus. It's going to be the worst time ever. Okay? Verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. All right? So, yeah, man, a horrible time is coming, and the only way you can truly prepare for it or get ahead of the curve is if you're one of the elect, man, if you're seeking the Lord. So all the warning signs are there, man, for people, especially for our people, because that's the only people that this book is about, the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. Now, there are going to be some of us that go back to the line of Jacob that don't necessarily look like those people, but that's the bulk of pretty much Israel. Okay, now the signs are there. You have the men of the Lord on the highways and byways. You have all these things coming out in the news. Everywhere you turn, there's things alluding to the fact that, oh, I need to be aware of my surroundings. And then you have the men of the Lord bringing out prophecies about it in great detail, warning you about the things that are going to happen. So nobody's going to be left with excuse as to they didn't know, or that, nobody's going to be able to say that. So to you that are watching the lessons, have come across this knowledge, man, you got to consider, did I run across this video? Did I run across this knowledge for no reason? Who else can I go to and they're going into prophecy, telling me about what's about to happen in this place, in this kingdom, and they're going into great detail? What other people are telling you that, oh, this place is going to be destroyed? Everybody else is pretty much on the same page with Esau. They think this place is going to go on forever. Consider. Is that coincidence? So yeah, man, a quick lesson I want to do for you guys. I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers. All right. And of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity, man. We're getting closer and closer every day. The prophecies are speaking. Anybody with half a brain could see that something big is getting ready to go down. All right. And the Lord has allowed you to be in the know. So, hey, call all Yahweh Shemi Hawashah for that. All right. I'll run that clip that I ran in the beginning one more time, and that'll be the lesson, man. Shalom.
got talking today, and something came up that I didn't really think about when my dad mentioned it to me. He's worked in the agriculture industry for over 40 years. This year, farmers are being offered 1.5 times the value of their crops to destroy them. They're also being told by the federal government they will not receive subsidies for farming if they refuse to destroy their crops. What does that mean? That means that the farmer cannot afford to provide you with food based upon the taxes the government is levying on him if the government doesn't in turn give him back his tax money to provide you with food. Kind of a fucked up system, but that's how it works. And, well, they're not going to subsidize them if they don't destroy the crops. They'll pay them more than what it's worth, and they want them to destroy it, and they'll still get their subsidies. They're trying to create a food shortage. We've got 8 months to get our own food supply, or we're probably going to be facing mass starvation.